Today we will be learning activity 7, which is based on views, and I'll tell you, before going to the queries, I'll tell you what do you mean by a view. View is nothing but it's a virtual table in SQL. So view is nothing but it's a virtual table in SQL. This view will also have rows and columns like the tables which you have in your database. So view can be created by taking the attribute which you are willing to take by one or more tables. See for example, if you see in the picture only, in my view, I want only train number and start place. I don't want to have train name and destination. That can also be done with the help of a view. So what view does is, whatever the attributes or the information which you are interested in, that will be shown in views. So to create a view, you can combine more than one table, or you can take the view from single table also. That is also possible. So I'll tell you one more time. View is nothing but view is a virtual table. It is also a table which will have rows and columns just like the table only. Views can be created by using one table or more than one table, which will have the desired attributes. It can be taken from one table or it can be taken from more than one table. So today we'll learn about the views. So here for the views, they have used database railway reservation system, and you have to create two tables for that. The one is train details, another one is availability. So in train details table, we have attributes like train number, train name, start place and destination. In availability, we have train number, class, start place, destination and number of seats. In the previous session, I have taught you how to create the table and how to insert the values to a table. Okay. So what I have done today is, I have already written the command for creating the table. I'll just explain. So for first table which we have to create, is train details, and it has attributes like train number, train name, start place and destination. Okay, fine then. I'll show you now. We have created a table. So I have used a command create table by name train details, and the first attribute is train number, data type is varchar, length 10. After that we have train name, another attribute which is of data type char and length 20. Then we have start place which is of data type char and length is 20. The last attribute is destination, and which is of data type character and length 20. Now I'll select this and run whether my table is created or not. I'll check it. Okay, one table created. Now after creating the table, as you can see here, we have how many? 5 rows or 5 tuples in my table. 5 rows or 5 tuples in my table. So now we'll insert one by one tuple to the table train details. Okay. To insert the values to a table, we make use of a command insert into name of the tables and then the values, which I have already written. So I'll be inserting one by one records to table. Okay, one row inserted. I'll insert all 5 rows to table. I have inserted the third row. I have inserted fourth row. Now I will insert the last record. Yes, we have inserted all 5 records to the table. Now whether my table is created properly or not, I want to see by making use of select star from the table name. We have to specify. What I'll do is I'll just copy and paste here. Okay, I'll specify the table name. Select star from train details. So I'll select and run this. Yes, my table has created properly. Now we have to create another table. If you see here, we have another table by name availability with so and so attributes. So for that I have written one more create command, that is create table. The name of the table is availabilities. and the attributes are train number and data type is varchar, length 10. Then we have class attribute, data type is char, length is 20. Then we have start place, data type is character and length is 20. Then we have destination which is of data type char and length 20. The last attribute which we have is number of seats and data type I have declared it as int. You can take either as int or you can take it as number also. Now I will select and create the table availability. Yes, we have created the table correctly. Now by making use of insert command, we will insert the different tuples. As you can see, we have nearly 5 rows in this table. We will insert all 5 tuples to the table by making use of insert command. Now I will use insert into, name of the table is availabilities, then I will provide the values. I have inserted one row. The same way I will insert all 5 records to the table. Okay. I have inserted the 4th record. Now I will insert the last tuple. Yeah, I have inserted all my records to the table. Now what I will do is I will give select star from availability. Whether my table is created properly or not, I have to check it. For that I will make use of a command select star from the table name I have written. I will check whether my table is created properly with the appropriate tuples. Yes, we have created the table properly. Now, in the activity, they have merely given 5 queries. So, we have to do one by one query. I will do the first query now. In the first query, they have asked you create a view sleeper to display train number, start place, destination which have sleeper class, and they have asked you to perform the following. In the perform the following, they have asked you to insert a record, delete a record and update a record, which I will do one after the other. First what we have to do is, we have to create a view. We are creating a view by name sleeper. So for that I will write the query first and then I will explain you. Let me select this, run, and then I will explain you. Yes, one view create. So after doing this, you can see down result view created. So the question is, they have asked you to create a view by name sleeper. The view should have only attributes like train number, start place and destination. So what I have done is, I have made use of a new command called as create view. I have made use of a new command called as create view to create a view by name sleeper, and they have asked you to select only few attributes. They have asked you to select only few attributes. Those are train number, start place and destination. These are the attributes which are available. If I go to table, if I take you to table, can you see here? I have two tables. I have two tables, train details and we have availability. So what they have asked you? They have asked you to select train number, start place and destination, and they have asked you to find they have asked you to find who are in sleeper class. So when I come to table, you can see that the sleeper class, if you have to find the class, you have to go to a table availability. You have to go to a table availability. If you take table availability, you will get all other attributes. That is the reason what I have done here is, I am going to table availability. I am going to table availability, and then there I will search for the class who belongs to sleeper class. Who belongs to sleeper class. If at all I find sleeper class in availability table, there train number, start place and destination will be listed, and that list or new table will be called as view. Create view. That is a view by name sleepers, and down you can see that view created. Now you can see view created. So here the thing which you have learnt is how to create a view. To create a view, you have to make use of a command called as create view. Sleeper as. So I am creating a new view. Whatever the information, see I said you, I am going to table availability. There I will search for the class sleeper class. After finding sleeper class, in that sleeper class, there train number, start place and destination will be created as a new result set or a new table, which will have which is treated as a view, because I have created as a view, and the name will be sleeper. The name of the view will be sleeper. So down you can see in the result view created. So what I have done, I will check by making use of select star from sleeper. I have to use sleeper class. Sleeper views. So what has been done, we can see by command select star sleepers. Yeah, we have created two, because only two people, if you go to table, only two people belongs to which class? Sleeper class. That is RJ-D16 and JN-S8. These are the information which you got in a sleeper view. Sleeper view. Only because those two are the only destination or the number, train number which belongs to sleeper class. Now, after creating the view, they have asked you to perform the following. So, what are the things you have to perform? In A section, they have asked you to insert a new record. They have asked you to insert a new record. First, I will write and then I will explain you. As they have asked you to insert a new record, I will be inserting a new record to the table availability. I will be inserting the new record to the table availability. For that, I have made use of a command insert into. Then I have to insert to the table availability where the values are. This is a train number and this is the class and this is start place and this is destination and the number of seats. See the attributes: train number, class, start place, destination and number of seats. So I have inserted the new tuple or record to the availability table. Now I will run this and see. Yeah, one row is inserted. I have inserted the new row to the which one? Table availability. Now whatever the things changes happens, we have to check. We have to check whether this works or not. So select star Yes, you can see after inserting a value, what I did was, what are the changes have been made I want to see in my sleeper view, So what I did was select star from sleepers. Sleeper is nothing but it's a view which we have created just now. So if I give select star from sleepers, you can see the last tuple or the row where we have inserted the new record by train number GCPS 1. You can see down GCPS 1. This is how we have inserted the new record. Next one is they've asked you to update destination is equal to Mangalore, where train number is RJD16. So what happens is that wherever the train number is RJD16, there the destination should give a new value that is called as Mangalore. Can you see here in my result, RJD16 Bangalore start place, destination is Mumbai, but they want you to change that Mumbai to Mangalore. Now I'll write this and I'll explain you. Okay, so I'll run this first and then I'll show you. You see the result down now. RJD16 start place is Bangalore and destination is Mumbai. What they want you here is the train number whichever has RJD16 whose destination is Mumbai, change it to Mangalore. I'll just show you how it changes. Okay, one row updated. To show you the changes, what I'll do is select star from sleepers. I should show you the change, whether my updation has changed or not. Yes, see here, destination was Mumbai, now it has changed to Mangalore. Okay, I'll tell you now. So what I have done here is, I am updating to table availability. What I am doing is, I am searching for the train number. The train number RJD16, if you find the destination, RJD16 train number's destination was Mumbai, but now I have named it as Mangalore. Now I have changed it to Mangalore. This is how you can update. Already the data is existing. You are only making some changes to the data. The destination was Mumbai, now I have changed it to Mangalore based on the train number. The train number is RJD16. Now I have changed it and you can see the answer in the result. They've asked you the next category to delete a record which have train number KKE55. You just have to delete the record which is having a train number as KKE55. For that I'll write the query and then explain you. Here I am not doing much, I am just deleting. So I have used the command delete. From where you are deleting? From the table availability. What is the condition? The train number should be KKE55. So if I go to the table KK availability, there is KKE55. They want you to remove this particular tuple or row they have asked you. So So for that I have written a command delete from availability, where train number is equal to KKE55. So what happens here is it goes to table availability and searches for the train number KKE55 and then deletes that particular record. Now I'll select this and run. How this works we'll see. One row deleted, one row deleted. Select star from sleeper. Okay, what happens? I'll do the deletion and see what has. Okay, there is no change in your sleeper. Why? Because there is no train number which is KKE55 which is available in sleeper, but that particular train number was present in availability. There the changes have been done. If you want to see, what you can do is select, just copy and do availability. I have deleted from the table availability. So the changes, if you want to see in the sleeper, in the sleeper view there is no change, but if you want to see the change, there will be a change in the table availability. So I'll show you how that works. Yes, see here in the table KKE55 was there. Can you see in the table KKE55 was there? After deletion it has been removed from the table availability, but nothing has changed in your sleeper view. Nothing has been changed in your sleeper view. Why? Because there was no train number KKE55 which belongs to sleeper view. Okay. In the second query, they have asked you to create new view by name details to display train number, train name and class. So what I have to do here is, I have to create another view. We have to create another view by name details, and that view should have train number, train name and class. Okay, if I go to table, there are mainly two tables which we have created. The one is train details, another one is availability. In my new view details, I'll be creating a new view by name details. It should have the attributes train name, train number and then class. So if I see both the tables, what happens here is train number is present in both the table, train name is in train details, but it is not in availability, and the class is there in availability. So by looking at this, we feel that we have to combine two tables to create the view. Here we are combining two tables to create the view. Now I'll write the query first and then I'll explain you how to do it. So create is a command, create view details as, and they've asked you to find the certain attributes. Which are the attributes? I'll see. Now as I told you already, here some of the attributes like train number is in both the table, but train name is in train details, whereas class is in availability table. So what happens to get these attributes? I have to combine two tables. So my view in this detail, the name of the view is detail, will be getting this view by combining two tables. So what we have to do is, we have to make use of two tables. So I'll write and explain you. Train details. I'll term this as TD. Okay, alias name. As I have told you, why you have to make use of alias name. I'll explain again. Okay, I have written the query. Now I'll run this first and then I'll explain you. Yes, we have created a view by name details. So how I have created, and I'll show you how this works. The first thing is we have taken two tables here. We have taken two tables. Those are train details and availability. So why I have taken two tables is, train number and train name is present in train detail table and class is present in availability table. As you can see, I need in my new view details, I need the attributes like train number, train name and class. So but train number and train name is present in train details table, but class is present in availability table. So what happens is that we have to combine two tables to create my new view. To create a view, I have to combine two tables. When I am combining, some of the attributes will be common. Like in this example, train number is common. In this example, train number is common. So what do I do here is, for that reason, I have taken a condition TD, train details train number, should be equal to the availability train number. In both the tables, train number matches. In both train details and availabilities, train number matches. There, train number, train name and class will be displayed by with the help of view. That view name will be details. I am creating a new table. Sorry, I am creating a new view which is details, which you can see in the down also. View created. You can see the result. Now, if you want to see how my view has created, I'll just use select star from the table. View name. I have to specify the view name. So we have created newly a new view. That name is details. So new view, how it looks, I'll show you. Okay, yeah, this is what is my new view which I have created by name details. That is what is the second query. Now we'll go to the third query. Third query, they've asked you to create a view by name total seats to display train number, start place, and they have asked you to use a count function to count the number of seats and to group by start place, to do grouping by start place. For that, I'll write the query first and then I'll explain you. Create view, name they have asked you is total seats, 6. I'll give as 6 because I've already created so many. As I'll be writing the query, select start underscore place comma count number of seats, and the new column name will be total seats. All these are information from availability table. And they've asked you to group by start place. Okay, this I have created. I'll run this first and then I'll explain you. Yeah, we have created a view. So how this works is, I have used the table availability. I have used the table availability to create the new view by name total seats. And what this does is, here after going to availability table, it groups by depending on start place, by depending on the attribute start place. Whichever the attributes start place is common, that will be grouped together. After grouping, it lists out the start place and counts the number of seats, and the number of seats what you count will be named as total seat because I have used the rename operation. And whatever I am doing, I will be treating this as a new view by total seats. Okay, so this is how I am creating a view by name total seats. Okay, after this we will check what are the things as okay. After creating, we'll see how our view looks alike. Total seats. Okay, see, I have used select star from total seats to check how my view looks. After creation, I'll check how my view. See, we have used only two attributes. The one is start place, another one is we'll count the number of seats and we'll call it as total seats, which you can see in the result. Next query, what they have asked you is to insert a new record. You have to insert a new record. To do that, I'll write the query first and then I'll explain you. This is how I'll be inserting a new record to my table. I'll just run this and see. Yeah, we have inserted one row. So what I did was, I've used a command insert to insert the new record, that is insert into table availability, and the values are, this is actually the train number and the class. We have start place, destination and number of seats. So after that we'll check how my new view looks alike by using select star from view total seats 6. Okay, I've created a view. I'll check whether my view has changed or what. Yes. Okay. After insertion of a new record, if I want to see what are the changes that have been done to my view, I'll write a command select star from, you have to mention the view name, that is total seats 6. Okay, I'll see what changes has been made. Run this. Yes. We have added a start place as Mysore, and this is the new record, only one. So the number of seats it is showing as 1. So my record, I have inserted the record properly. We'll go to the next query, that is update start place to Hubli, where train number is JNS8. Where train number is JNS8. So first I'll write the query and then I'll explain you. Have done it. I'll just check whether my query works or not. Yes, one row updated. So to see the changes, before seeing the changes, I'll explain you how this works. So we are updating a table. We are updating a table by name availability. What happens here is, after going to availability table, it searches for the train number JNS8. JNS8. If at all, if you find the JNS8, their starting place, whatever it is, it will be changed to Hubli. The new name will be given as, to the starting place, the new name will be given as Hubli. So we can see that by using a what? Select command, select star from, okay, what is that? View name total underscore seats and The changes I'll show you down. Yes, see here, you can see one record which has changed to Hubli, which you can see in the result. So I have updated a record also. So how did I update it? I'll go to table availability. In that availability table, I'll search for the train number JNS8, and if you find that train number, set a new value to the start place as Hubli, which you can see in the result. It has been changed to Hubli. We'll do the question, that is delete last row of the view. Delete last row of the view. So in my view, according to me, the last row which I inserted was here. It is there. I can show you. I inserted a last row to the availability table, which is GCPS2 first class AC, Mysore, Bangalore and 99. This is the according to me, this is the last record we inserted just now. So we have to delete that particular row. How do we delete it? I'll write the query first and then I'll explain it. You just have to remember the train number. If you remember the train number which you inserted lastly, that only that row should be deleted. So delete from availability okay. What is the query? Where train number, just now which I inserted GCPS2, so I'll give that number only, GCPS2, and I'll delete it. So I'll select this statement processed. Actually we have deleted one row from the availability table whose train number is GCPS2. Okay, GCPS2. If you want to see the changes, select star from total. View name you have to give as total seats 6. This is the view. So if I view that, one record should be deleted. I think it belongs to Mysore. Yeah, that got deleted. So I had inserted a new record. Here only you can see. When I did this, we inserted a new record by name GCPS2. This was the last record in the availability table, and they've asked you to delete the last row and whose starting place was Mysore. And if I after deletion, if you see my answer, there was a Mysore. Start place was Mysore, which we had it in a previous problem. The answer was there in a table. But after deletion, that Mysuru row has been deleted. So we have done with the that is deletion operation. After deletion, whether my detail or the row has been deleted or not, if you want to check. So for that I have written select star from total seats. After doing this, I'll get the table down, the result down, where the starting place was Mysore. After deletion, the Mysore row has been deleted. So my query is working properly. Now we'll go to fourth query. What is the fourth query? They've asked you to rename. You have to just rename view sleeper to class. So I have created a view by name sleeper that should be changed to class. So we'll do that now. What I did is, we have to rename. Already there is a view by name sleeper. We have already having a name by name sleeper. The sleeper name should change to class. For that I have used the operation rename. And I have a view by name sleeper. That should be changed to class. So the command is rename sleeper to class. So it has been changed. Now you can see that statement processed. Statement process means it has been renamed. The slippers is renamed to class. That is how my fourth query works. I've just used the operation like rename, and then from which old name to new name. Old name to new name. After that we have the last one. The last query which they have asked you to delete. They have asked you to delete view details. Okay, we have created a table by name details. We have created a table by name details that should be deleted. That's it. So how to delete it? So they have asked you to delete. So you have to do drop view by name details. I will be writing the query drop. So I am deleting, I am dropping the view by name details. This is how the whatever the information or schema, whatever it is there regarding details, everything will be eliminated. So I'll select what I have used. I've just used a command drop view and name of the view. So drop view is a command and the name of the view is details. So I'll select this and run. Okay, view drop. So this is how we have done with all 5 queries, and whichever the subcategories they had given, we have done with everything. So that is it for the 7th activity. I will continue my next session in the next activity, which is activity 8. Thank you.